Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is finally Friday, April 18th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Did y'all like my little cut it? Yes. So, our very special guest today is an actor and writer, and you might have seen him on shows such as Fatal Attraction. But he's joining me today in the dollhouse. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Again, y'all like my Jennifer Lewis cut it if you go back and watch Jackie's Back. So let me go ahead and share this live and get my very special guest in here. It's going to be brief. I can't keep him. And I will see you. Well, he's here. So without further ado, Fashion Dolls, let's welcome our very special guest. Please welcome to the dollhouse, Q.L. Howard. Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Wonderful. And yourself? Welcome to the dollhouse. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Sorry about the lateness. Had a misunderstanding about the booking, so the hotel
Yes.
booking.
Yes. It's okay. It's okay. And I forgive you. I forgive you wholeheartedly because I was about to chew you up. I was like, what the hell is taking them so long? I was mad. But now I get it. So it's a pleasure to have you here. So before we kick off this interview, how has 2025 been for you so far?
It's been busy. Just wrapped up the TV sitcom that we was recording. Been back to back doing episodes for Fatal Attraction and Snap. I've been pretty busy.
Yes. Yes. And I'm not going to keep you long because I know you said you have to be on set at 5. So we won't be long. But I would like to know at the beginning of your journey, how did you get your start into acting and where you grew up? Tell us a little bit about your backstory.
Well, I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's where I grew up at. I spent some time in Knoxville. That's where I did high school. And I joined the drama club. It was something extra for football. They was wanting to join a different club, so I did the drama club, and that's when I realized like being able to be a different character and then resume my regular life. It was it was something about it. Like I like playing the villain, so I would always try to go for the villain role because I love to see if I can invoke that anger in people in the audience. So I did that, and then after high school. I kind of let it fade because the circle that I used to be around, they kind of look down on people that did like acting and stuff like that. So I took on a bad boy, the macho whole complex, and I dropped it. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what, I got to be myself and do what I love. So as a favor for a friend, I joined the play, and I had about 5 minutes in that play. But the 5 minutes that I had in that play, it made a lot of people hate me. I was the gangbanger that shot the pastor. So at the end of it, none of the older people that came to see it liked me. So after that, I sat around a little bit. I would do little skits. I would entertain my family and friends. And so about a couple of years ago, I got signed up for the piano lesson play without my permission. And so I went and did the audition just for the hell of it. I was like, man, uh, it was maybe 30 people going out for the road that I was going, and they was good at what they done. And I said, yeah, they probably gonna get it over me because I'm a rookie at this. So I ended up getting a call back, and then I got the leading role as Boy Willie. So we did 12 shows, and I had people come up to me and tell me, hey, don't stop doing what you're doing. You self-taught. That's good for somebody that's self-taught. And I was like, yo, they just telling me this. So the next year around, well, for that award show that came up, I ended up getting the MVP award. Everybody voted for me to get the MVP award, and so I was like, maybe I'm on to something. The next year around, I did another August Wilson play called Seven Guitars, and I got the lead role in that too, and we broke records. So once that was done, I was like, you know what? I'm hungry for more, and I told everybody on my socials, I was like, this time next year, I want to be on somebody's TV screen. So I started, flipping rocks, kicking in doors, trying to figure out how I can get it done. And I got my first break with like a background role for the new season of P Valley that's coming out. So I ended up just being a strip club customer on that first. And then the director was like, hey, we want you to do a little bit more. So they gave me a position as one of the Little Murder gang members. So the last two episodes, I'd be the gang member on there. And it was like, hey, if we end up renewing for season 4, we're gonna call you back for it. So I was like, cool. then I started talking to this place called Jupiter down here in Knoxville, and they was like, "Hey, we got a role for you. You're gonna be playing the best friend of a jewel thief." I was like, "Cool." So I went down at one time, and after that, they continued to book me nonstop. Majority of the time, I get booked as the detective or the police because they said I do a good job as the detective and police. So I got about maybe 21 episodes with Jupiter and Hold. That's in between For My Man, Snap, Fatal Attraction, and American Detective.
And for those of you who don't know, Fatal Attraction, For My Man, what's the other show?
Uh,
Um,
American
I can't
Detective.
remember. Yes. It's Snapped is another one too. These
Yeah.
shows where they show the dramatizations and everything, they are based off of actual crimes that have happened. So my next question for you, and I'm being critical of the
You
time,
okay?
what is it like being tapping into these characters in real time, like the tension on the set, not from the cast members itself, but being in that element where it actually happened, the crime actually happened and took place?
Ooh.
Because it can be scary. Some people are method actors. Like, I give you an example, Heath
Yeah.
Ledger, the Joker, and you know where I'm
Yeah.
going, how he really got into
Most
character.
definitely.
So for you, because you said you like tapping into that villain
Yeah.
aspect, but for you, do you find yourself sometimes like, okay, I'm no longer the detective or the villain in this show. I am Q
Yeah.
now. I'm no longer the character I'm
With
myself.
the police roles, it's very easy to turn it off. Like it's very easy. Like, but when I was Boy Willie, it was hard to turn it off. When I did the Boy Willie for the piano lesson, because for about I was Boy Willie for about 3.5 months all together with the rehearsal and all that. I had to put myself in a position where I had to shave all my facial hair, grow my fro out a little bit, and I had to put myself in the mindset of that I was poor and I was going through the struggle. And I went and talked to different people who had lived through the era. So, once I hit that stage, that's who I was. And it was like I was in the Charles house. So once it turned off, the lingo was still there. And I still was talking like I was Boy Willie, and my family was like, "Hey, you gotta quit talking like that." I was like, "It's hard to get it out of there." But as far as doing like these crime reenactment shows, I mean, it's not hard to turn those characters off, but it's hard to get the picture out your head because when we do these scenes where
Yeah,
they had to recreate the murder scenes, and I'd be like the first on the scene to see it, even though I know this person ain't dead, I done seen the pictures of the real life. So sometime when I get home, I just be like, man, I feel bad. What happened to that person? And it kind of stick in my head. And I had one that just kind of it was one where they killed the kid and the mama, and it kind of stuck in my head, and it was just like it was hard to get it out. I had to do a whole lot of praying to get it out my head, but it was hard to get that out my head because it was like listening to some of their family members talk about it. I was like, man, I found myself just like stuck in it, and but I mean, with doing the plays, them characters was hard to turn off because I spent so much time being them and all that. But when it come to like the TV shows, it's easy to turn it off because I'm usually them for like a couple of hours and that's it.
yeah. And my next question for you is: do you ask a lot of questions or settle for what you know as it pertains to the acting aspect? Like, okay, how far do you want me to go? Because some actors will take it all the way and go there when the director or the producer says, okay, I want you to go all the way there. Put your all into this character.
Oh, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask how far they wanted to go, and then even with my co-stars, I'm gonna ask them what their boundaries is because I like to deliver. I want the people to feel that like it's some sort of some sort of realism. Because like even with the sitcom that we just got done doing, uh, it was a couple of scenes where we had to get physical, and I would tell people, hey, look, I ain't a cotton ball. Rough me up if you had to. Make it look real. I mean, even with the piano lesson, I had to fall down the stairs. I was throwing myself off the stairs for real, and I knew how to land. I knew how to land and break my fall or whatever. But I was doing this for real because I wanted people. I didn't want to do because they was like just choke yourself on the wall and fall down. I was like, yeah, it's not entertaining. Me, I go all in, but I do. I ask them questions. I was like, okay, where is this person coming from? Is he coming from a place of hate, hurt, love? I say I can see the words on the paper, but I need to know where this mindset was coming.
Oh
If
yeah.
they tell me where that mindset coming, and I lock it in.
And that's what it's about. What's the most sensible thing you've ever heard someone say as it pertains to life and for your acting aspect?
Uh, well, I've had several of the elders that be on the set. They always tell me never get caught up in the now. Never get caught up in there. And they pretty much break it down. They like, don't let yourself get caught up with, feeling like that you're above everybody because you've been around these bigger names or whatever. Always stay humble. Always treat everybody like, y'all on the same level. Count your blessings. Always be thankful and don't be boastful. That's what I've always been told. And so, because I mean, I've been around some big names so far, and yeah, and I got colleagues that also been around the same big names. But if you look at us, like in a sense, you'll see they cocky and conceited levels up here, and I'm more or less like I tell people I'm regular. Like even when I see my face on TV, I'm like people like, hey, you the such and such. I'm like, yeah, that's like, why you ain't smiling? I'm like, I'm a normal guy. So I think it's, what I'm saying, stay humble, and never feel like you're better than anybody, and always help those around you. Use your platform to be a blessing, not a stressing.
What could you do today that you were not capable of doing a year ago?
Introducing people to the industry.
Mm.
Introducing people to the industry, putting them in a place where they can meet directors that can utilize them and their talent. Because so far, not saying no names or whatever, but it's a few people that wanted to do that, and they talked to me, and hey, give me your number. And when I talked to them again, oh, I didn't even think you was gonna pass my number for real. I was like, nah. Anytime I say give me your number, and I'm gonna link you with somebody, that's what I want to do because I want to see everybody win.
Absolutely. And I'm going to go back to what you just said about being humble. I was watching an interview with, she's one of my favorite actresses, Erica Alexander, and you guys know her as Max on
I'm
Living
living
Single.
single,
And
yeah,
she was saying how she was brought up, how her mother brought her up to be like, don't be flashy, be humble. Because just as fast as you gained, her mother's very spiritual. She said that her mother told her, just as fast as you've gained your blessing, you can lose it in an instant.
most
And that is something that I have lived my life off of. And I'm pretty sure a lot of actors in this business all have gained a sense of being humbled at a certain point in their career.
right,
So that's key and that's critical. Remain true to who you are. Authenticity is key.
most definitely,
And that was going to be another question. What would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you? Because being in the entertainment business, you're under a
right,
microscope, whether it
right,
may be from the aspect of what I do, which is hosting this platform, or for you being in front of the camera, behind the camera, because you write and you act.
right.
So for you, what would you do differently?
I would have started more. I would have started earlier. I would have started my journey earlier, and I would have avoided the phase in my life where I felt like I had to please other people by being the product of my environment because I was born in the pretty much I was born in the hood, so I felt like I had to be hood just to impress those around me. But I would have started my journey, my acting journey, my writing journey a long time ago, and I would have bypassed that phase and not care what anybody in that neighborhood had to say.
If you had to teach something, what would you teach?
You mean like in school or just in general?
In life or in school, what would you teach?
Have confidence, be true to yourself,
Yes,
and no matter what nobody else in the world think about you or say about you, love yourself. As long as you love yourself, nothing nobody else say matters.
absolutely. Absolutely. What makes you smile? What brings you joy?
I mean, honestly, I had to say, seeing my kids happy, seeing those around me happy, accomplishing goals. Like I said, the way I grew up, man, we really didn't have a whole lot when I grew up. We struggled, and to be able to see those my loved ones around me finally be able to have things that we couldn't afford at first, um, be able to pick up the phone and talk to them and hear that sound. Seeing myself on TV, all this make me smile because I see that I know that I'm a better person now. I put it like that because again, like I said, I had my whole phase where I was on that negative stuff, and so to see me and my family in a better position, that make me smile.
Absolutely. And they're proud of you. We all are proud of you. And
Appreciate it.
keep going because I've been seeing your posts every day is something new. You've been on set consistently, and that's what it is about. It is 5 o'clock right now. It's 4:58, and I can't keep Q Fashion Dolls So before we let you go, because I know you said you have to be on set, what are some gems that you would lead to the next generation of actors that are following in your footsteps?
Truly study your role. Become like, if you go out for a role, don't doubt yourself. When you get that role, become that person.
Yeah,
Don't have no boundaries when they come to putting it all on the stage or all on the TV screen. Listen, listen to those that came before you. Don't go in it with the know-it-all attitude, and don't be afraid to adjust who you are.
absolutely. And I'm going to add on to what you just said, Q. Authenticity is key. Be your authentic self. I know a lot of people go to casting calls and auditions, and they're just like, when I had Sandy Elise on this year, and it was for Women's History Month, that was last month, back in March, she came on, and the question that she kept getting the most from other actors was, how can I stand out at my audition? How can I stand out and get noticed and get picked for this role and get callbacks? Be yourself.
Exactly.
Authenticity is key. Find your personality in your personality. And me hosting this platform, I found myself comparing myself to other hosts of platforms.
Right.
I'm not gonna be like my brother K Tooks. K Tooks is not gonna be like me. K Tooks is not gonna be like Bubs. Shout outs to my colleague Bubs to God. We have Conscious TV coming on the show next week. So
Nice.
make sure y'all tune in for that. Conscious is not gonna be like Reckless. Reckless is not gonna be like, everybody has their own personality.
Exactly.
Find your personality and lane that works for you. And the final thought of the day comes from Robert Collier, and he says, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And I know a lot of us have fears. We worry about, okay, what's going to be the next chapter in our lives? I want you all to walk away with a purpose, feeling encouraged, feeling good about yourself. I know we all have this dark cloud over our heads of what's coming next, what's coming next. And I said this I think it was yesterday when I did my interview. Yeah, yesterday with Germano. I said a lot of people fear what's coming, the unknown, what's coming, what's next. I tell you what's next. You're gonna continue to live. You're gonna live and wake up in the morning. God gonna give you breath each day to open your eyes, to look in that mirror first thing in the morning and say, I have made it.
Most definitely.
That's what's gonna happen next. The end. That's gonna be your
Most
chapter. Because each
definitely.
and every one of us have something great to keep fighting for. But I'm not gonna keep it. Q. It is 5:01, and he has to be on set. So Q, real quick, let everyone know where they can follow you, where they can check you out, and what projects you have
Uh,
coming up.
on Instagram is the THEE underscore QL underscore Howard. And TikTok is official exclusive TV 423. Facebook is Q Howard. You might find a few pages or whatever, because Facebook, they used to block me all the time, so I had to make a lot of backup pages. Like I said, just finished the sitcom, so We're Still Family sitcom should be coming within the next couple of months. I want to say it's going to be on Amazon Prime and Tubi. You can catch Fatal Attraction and For My Man on TV One. You can
Yes.
catch Snap on Oxygen and American Detective on the ID channel.
There you
Oh
go,
yeah,
Fashion
and
Dolls.
whenever
With
they
Q.
drop P Valley season 3, you can catch it on the Stars app. I don't. They done pushed it back because the other things dropped, but they saying June now. So season 3 should drop June. I know for sure I'm on the last 2 episodes. I don't know what episode I'm gonna be on when I'm just a strip club customer. So
And you said the wrong name. You said Uncle Murder because my girlfriend is here. Me and her went to school together, and she always texts me like, "Girl, I love J. Alphonse. I love Lil Murder." She's a big P Valley fan. So Felicia, yes, I saw you, girl.
yeah,
I'm calling you out.
yeah,
I
murder.
saw you.
I tell you, Jay
Yes.
Alphonse, man, he's a perfectionist, man. He good at what he do. Being able to watch him work his craft on some of the scenes, I was like, yeah, dude is awesome or whatever. Shout out to Jay Alphonse though, man. He's a great dude as well, guy.
Oh
I
yeah,
love the way that
Nico.
all of them are humble. Like everybody on this set was humble. I got pictures with a lot of them, but I can't drop them or whatever until the episodes drop. But I was able to talk to them, like actually like converse with them. We have that, like even with the director, like I was even like the writer of the show, and to get some insight and get just get all kind of advice from it. It was a beautiful thing. We was at the 16, 17 hours sometime. We weren't leaving till like 5 in the morning. So we're working through rain, sleet, and snow, man. It was wild. Like, it was a lot of times I was falling asleep standing up just in the parking lot of the Pink. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on?" Looking at the watch, I'm like, oh man, it's 4 in the morning. So it was a lot of nights. Like when I tell you, it was everybody put their all into this season. It's gonna be this season is gonna be something amazing.
All right, y'all stay tuned. Again, for my man, Fatal Attraction on TV1. Make sure you guys go and check it out. And also check out Detective as well, too, on ID channel. Make sure you guys go and follow Q and stay tuned. I wish we could have chat longer. I would love to bring you
I,
back so that we can
I am all
chat
for it.
longer.
I'm all
Yes,
for it.
and we're gonna set it up. I don't want to cut into your schedule, but this man has to be on set. I can't keep him fashion dolls. But in the
Uh,
meantime, make sure you guys head on out and subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime. We are halfway. This is interview
woo.
783. We are almost at 800 shows. Your girl has been working, and I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And you can check out the full interview there, and it'll be here on the gram as well too. Next week we have Our Soul joining me Monday. Next week's lineup is up, and make sure you guys go and vote for your favorite LOTD. It was 4 different looks this week, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all go and vote for your favorite LOTD, and check my stories for anything political, fashion, beauty, anything you want to know. I'll keep you updated. I love you all, and you guys have a blessed, fabulous Friday. Take care, everyone.